What's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning back into the channel. Super excited to bring you these new course reviews. I'm going to be going through a different process right now. I know time is a very valuable thing for a lot of people, so I want to kind of change up how I go about these review videos because not everybody has 25 minutes or even wants to spend 25 minutes of watching someone play an entire round of 18. So I'm going to try to shorten these videos somewhere between 5 to 7 or 5 to 10 minutes and just try to get you the vital information that you need. You know, I'm going to cover the 4 best holes on each of these courses, the things that I love about these designs, and even the things that I dislike about the designs. And that's simply just because I'm trying to be open and honest, and I just want to get you the information as quickly as possible so that way you guys can go and enjoy these courses as well. So let's dive right into it. I just would like to note though, these are just my opinions, so obviously people can have difference of opinions on courses. I'm pretty much going to be covering the courses that I find to be some of the best ones that I find throughout my searches. But in the end, these are just my opinions and what I feel. I am no expert on course design, nor am I an expert in this game, but I have just come to help a little bit people out with some testing and play testing of different courses. So these are the big things that I've always picked up on. So Fastnet Rock Golf Club, it was designed by Alan WE54. He has also designed some other courses such as Lush Valley, Rocking Rolling Country Club. This course is a par 71. Difficulty is easy, but it definitely does not play easy. The handicap not yet rated only has 260 views and averages just under 7,000 yards total. He has done a really good job of creating 4 different tees as well as 4 different pin locations, which is customary. The green speeds are a little bit fast and firm. So let's first dive into some of the big likes that I like about this course. I'm a big links golf person, so this course definitely suits my eye. But the overgrown conditions that it's in, I really enjoy. And I really enjoy that simply because of the narrowness that it creates. When you have this overgrown grass, it creates narrow fairways, tough greens, small green landings, and you really have to find and be on top of your game if you want to shoot low on this course. I have spoken with the creator of this course, Alan, and he plants every single tree that he puts on a course. He goes one by one throughout the holes, and he plants everything. So everything that you're going to see and all the detail and the crazy detail that you're going to see is all planted one by him. And he very rarely plants in splines and big chunks. So that definitely just adds to the characteristics of the course as well. I thought the designer did an excellent job of setting up this entire course. He chose a great color scheme between the blending of the greens, the fairways, and the rough. It matches perfectly with the trees that he did choose. It kind of has more of like a highland but tropical forest vibe feel. And the biggest thing that I do really enjoy is because this is a competitive golf course. This is a course that you may struggle at times to shoot under par, and other times you may shoot under par, but it's not going to be like in your category of -18 or -15 unless you're having a really good day. And that's simply because he has a perfect speed of what his greens should be. The speed of his greens is something that I really admire in this course because it can change drastically whether you hit a 1-putt, a 2-putt, 3-putt, maybe even a 4-putt. And that's simply because the speeds of the greens, with the meter, if you hit it a little bit too fast, you could end up in a ditch somewhere completely nowhere near the hole, and you're next to hitting a 12-foot putt when you were really expecting to hit maybe a 2-foot putt in your second shot. I think throughout this course, he definitely did a good job of creating a center viewing spot for a lot of these holes, including one, he has his lighthouse in the background on a lot of them. And then secondly, he did an excellent job of man-making this river that flows down from the tops of the rocks all the way to the low end. And it has it in multiple different holes that you can see. And it's always in the background of a lot of the holes. So all of those rocks are definitely precisely displayed, as well as just a creative design throughout. Let's dive right into my 4 favorite holes. The first of them favorite holes up is the first hole. I think there's a big thing about setting the tone of your golf course right out of the gate. And this one really sets the tone, both visually and physically. You have to have a tight shot into a small narrow fairway, bunkers all along the left, you have an upsloping green of about 12 feet, and you have a great shot of that waterfall that we talked about in the background. This hole is really one of the best holes on the course, and I'm really glad that it's the opening hole because it really grabs your attention right away. Next up is hole 10. It's the ultimate risk reward shot, and there's nothing that I love more than a risk reward shot, and that's simply because it can drastically change the way a match is being played or the way a competition is being played. This shot requires you to have a certain driver in the bag if you want to get it there, as well as the wind can drastically change how this hole plays on a daily basis. If you miss out to the right, then obviously you're going to be in a world of hurt because you're probably going to have to re-tee right out of the gate. If you miss off to the left, you're in more of a safe spot. But there's going to be certain people, because the green is big enough, it's very enticing to pull people into to drive, but at the same time it leaves a lot of opening for you to get penalized greatly here. You also have a great shot of another epic view in the background of the ocean going throughout, the sun off to your right. Next up, we have hole 16. Hole 16 is a daring par 5 that has a lot of this risk-reward style to it as well. It is definitely reachable in 2, but you have to play some really solid shots to get there. Obviously, this is not going to cater to a lot of the fast players out there, unless you're aiming way out to the right. And I really enjoy that because that is a big dilemma with a lot of people who just play fast swings here. So this hole really puts people in an uncomfortable situation, knowing that yes, you have to hit it down the left side to get as close as possible to be able to reach in 2, but at the same time, it leaves a wide opening door for you to be penalized and lose the ball. Fairways are narrow, the greens are fast, and this really is just an uncomfortable shot for a lot of people who know that they potentially could hit one a little bit too hard. Last up on my top 4 is hole 17. Hole 17 is a beautiful, pretty much kind of like an infinity shot, where you hit this shot, but you can't really see the green because it's being hidden in the background by the cliff. But it is very tight, very narrow. If you want to advance it down as far as possible, it definitely bottlenecks towards the green, so you could potentially lose your ball off to the left. But it's a very simplistic hole, but can be challenging to the people who play the fast swings. And that's something that really gets my eye. And then the most important part of this entire hole that I really enjoyed was the green. This green is connected to the 10th hole that we already covered as one of the top holes that I really enjoyed. And I just thought that was a very cool feature, that way that he did this in more of like a U-shaped hole where it can run all the way to the backside. But it's separate but connected, kind of like a St. Andrews style, and which is something that I really appreciated on this. All in all, these are just my top 4 holes. There's obviously many holes that could have been in contention for this top 4, but for the video length's sake, I always are going to shrink how many holes I will cover as the top holes that I really enjoyed. So let's dive into the last part of this video, and that's my dislikes. I really didn't have many dislikes on this course. The fine details and the descriptive design of this course, I really enjoyed. If I had to say there was one dislike, it would be me nitpicking, but it would be the sun position on hole 17. It is directly, because he chose the time of day that he did, the sun lies directly behind the flag on 17, and unless you're zooming in, it's kind of hard to see exactly where the flag is or where the pin location is at that time. But that's really me nitpicking, and that, you know, there's things that can overcome that. And it's only on one hole that this sun is in this position. So in all, this course is one of the top rated courses. It has only been rated 260 times. So definitely let's play this course, test this course out. If you love this course, definitely give him a rating so that way he can accurately get it displayed and we can get a handicap rating on this course as well. Hopefully it's something that you'll see on the tours moving forward. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about this new method that I'm going about of how I'm doing reviews, definitely leave it down in the comments below. Let me know if you like the shorter videos or if you'd rather watch me play every single hole so you can get a full feel of the holes. It's really up to you guys and what you guys prefer, but I'm just trying to shorten these videos as much as possible so that way you guys can bump them out and then you can go play the courses yourself and experience how great all these courses are. All right, thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys really enjoyed this course, and we'll catch you guys next time.